Each week, Osh brings us stories of athletes overcoming adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports. This story is a familiar one. Amy is here with more.
That's right. We first introduced you to Kevin Greene last basketball season. Now a senior at Sacred Heart Cathedral, the state SAC leader talks to us about football and family. Kevin Greene has grown up watching football, but not until last fall did he decide to play.
What shocked us was how quickly he started to pick up the football aspect. It was basically, to us, he was a freshman playing at the junior level. And then hanging around with his coach, Coach McLaughlin, he started improving and improving. He just had a fantastic junior year.
Now offers are flooding in from Division I programs asking the 6'4", 240-pound defensive end, who also runs a 4.6 40, to come play for them.
I'm planning on making my decision in late December, early January. Right now I have about 7 offers, and so I'm just weighing out my options. You know, I want to take all my visits and just see where everything plays out, basically.
Kevin also plays basketball for the Irish, which seemed like the natural sport to play after he dunked for the first time in the 5th grade. But now that he's a senior and has some perspective on life, he's decided football is the way to go.
Just looking at life, you know, just 5 years from now, what do I want to be doing? Of course, basketball is always going to be there. I may even have the opportunity to play both in college, depending on where I go. But right now, football is looking like the big-time sport.
Life has dealt Kevin and his family their share of blessings and challenges. 10 years ago, Kevin's dad was diagnosed with primary progressive multiple sclerosis, a form of MS that gets worse through the years.
He's came from a walker to a cane to a wheelchair, and so now he's unable to move the wheelchair by himself, but he has an automatic wheelchair. Excuse me. And, you know, he's a blessing to have. You know, sometimes I think if my father did not have multiple sclerosis, where would I be? Would I be the same individual? It just teaches me how to deal with adversity.
Kevin's parents were there last week to watch their son tally 7 sacks against St. Francis. Kevin Greene Sr. gave his son some advice recently over a steak dinner.
And he asked me, Dad, you finished eating your steak dinner. It was a New York steak. And I said, no, son. But any other time I would have given him my part of the steak. I told him that basically I want him to take on life like he does at New York Steak.
And that's exactly what Kevin has done. He currently leads the state in sacks with 10, and he's ranked 14th nationally. His coaches marvel at how gracefully he balances school, family, and football.
And the responsibility he takes to ensure that his father's looked out after. His parents are just an unbelievable job in raising this young guy.
We just like spending some time with each other. Our rule in the house is that no matter what you're doing, everybody sits down and has dinner together, talk about their day.
Many times the family talks about focus.
My father teaches me every day, you know, Kevin, you have to stay focused. That's one, you know, phrase that we use a lot in our family, just staying focused. And he is basically the key to myself, my brother, and my sister doing that every day. Because if he is, there is no reason in the world why we cannot be.
I'm very, very, very proud of my son. I can't put it in words enough.
With the strength and support of his family, Kevin will decide what college is the best fit for him. But wherever Big Kev decides to go next year, one thing is for sure, they have to have steak.
Let's go, man, it's our time!
Kevin has yet to make his decision about college. He's thinking February is when he's going to make that final decision. He has plenty to choose from, and he has to be one of the nicest young men I've met.
Very mature young guy, and it was funny, last year we talked to him, he said, oh, could be basketball, could be now, all football.
All football.
Yeah, he's definitely got a big future there.